But at this time, what we're going to do is switch into our final interview for this morning, and we're talking Pride Month. And as you know, the month of June, the international community celebrates Pride Month, and there have been tremendous victories. And as we look at a wave of social activism and equality and the fight for conversations, the LGBTQI community, well, they have been fighting for their conversation for quite a while now. They have made significant strides, but according to our next two guests, via Zoom. Good morning. How are you both?
Good morning, Hema. I'm great. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, all. Good morning, Hema. Thank you for having us.
Good morning. So let's talk a little bit about Pride Month, and let's,
Yes.
the significance of Pride Month. Really, let me start with you. What does this month mean for the LGBTQI community and also for the allies of the community?
You know, we want to start by just recognizing the seriousness of the times that we find ourselves in. And in particular, because of that, this month's Pride is dedicated to really implementing direct community interventions that will allow systemic change for our people. A prime example, of course, is the trans community. They remain one of the more vulnerable and marginalized groups within the rainbow family. And we want, for example, to launch a program where we can get them into more sustainable jobs and help them develop their careers. So this month is really about taking Pride to the next level. We've themed it, Be Empowered by Our Pride. And we're playing on the year 2020. It's Pride 20 2.0. And of course, Pride is going to be all about digital and interactive online experiences, but we do have some in-person surprises because we really want to continue to build a unified community and to, as you said, bring the allies out, because there are so many intersectional issues that we can all fight together and struggle together with to change our country for the better.
Now, Faye, when we talk about hate and discrimination in the LGBTQI community locally, give us some examples. Are we making any strides, or are we seeing the level of ignorance and hate and arrogance that we've always seen?
We don't have to look too far back to see instances of it. 2018, right after the Jason Jones case was announced, we saw the instances of violence. It was recorded very much by the media. And it continues. It continued in 2019. We saw the churches coming out in large numbers, or should I say representatives of the church coming out in large numbers. Media had also recorded what the churches had to say. So we still have violence, and we still have to continue to ensure that we get our rights, the rights that we're entitled to. And when they don't happen, we have to make sure that we can get reparations for them and damages. So we continue to make sure that we call for our government to include in the Equal Opportunities Commission Act the inclusion of sexual orientation. It's very, very important. We also would like the commercial and private sector to include in their benefit packages that discrimination on sexual orientation within employment needs to end.
Now, when we look at discrimination, Rudy, I know we're against the clock this morning and I wish we had more time, but tell me a little bit about some of the activities that you have planned for this month as we celebrate Pride Month.
So actually we launch as usual at Parliament. We're back to the Red House. We're asking representatives of all marginalized communities to join with us in an act of solidarity. And as Faye mentioned, we will be surveying our community and others to develop an empowered manifesto. It's an election year. I know you were talking about that earlier. And the LGBTQ community, our votes count. Queer votes count, and in each of the marginalized communities we will be mobilizing, and we will be throwing our support behind the political parties that commit to our interest. So we will start that process at Parliament on the 26th from 10:30 a.m. Of course, this and all the other information is on our website, pridett.com. But platforms to continue to have conversations with our members and our allies to develop that manifesto even further and to really develop true, genuine interventions that will create sustainable change for the community. And then at the very end, we will be ending with our motorcade. So it's a motor parade, if you will. We can't be on the streets as we would like to be, but we are very innovative. As I said, we're taking Pride to the next level. And then some of those discussions, we are looking at community activism, the rights of women and children, anti-bullying with Silver Lining Foundation, and many of our other partners. So
Did you make a decision? Did you make a decision who you're going to support? I know we have a couple seconds.
I'll let Faye tell you who we're supporting.
Faye, who are you supporting? We have 10 seconds.
Oh, we still don't know who's going to be in all the different departs, but we continue to fight for our rights. Let's see who comes up and who decides to join us at the table.
The diplomatic answer there. It's a day where we had a lot of diplomatic and not so diplomatic moments. I'm Hema Ramkissoon. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Ryan Beachu's holding on for me tomorrow.